The widow and the chief. Over 40 years ago, the chief was on duty at the central police station in Rabat. A foreign man, a French construction contractor, came to report an incident that had taken place at a building site in the Al-Mouhit neighborhood. He said that one of his workers had fallen from the fourth floor of a building under construction. The worker hit his head and lost consciousness. The contractor explained that he had transported the injured man in his own car to the hospital, but the doctor who examined him could only confirm his death. The contractor found himself in a dilemma. The hospital where he had taken the worker did not accept deceased individuals, only the living. A dispute arose between the hospital doctor, who had confirmed the man's death, and the person in charge of the city morgue. As a result, the contractor turned to the police for help. The chief initially thought it was a simple matter. He assumed the case would be resolved once the forensic doctor examined the body and prepared his report on the cause of death. After that, the case would follow its normal legal path. But what happened the next morning surprised him. The contractor returned to the station and asked to meet with the chief. He said he wanted to add some important details to his previous statement. He now claimed that the worker had not died from the fall but had suffered a heart attack at the hospital. This new statement struck the chief as suspicious. He understood that the contractor was trying to shift the cause of death to avoid liability, and to allow the insurance company to escape responsibility. The consequence would be that the family of the deceased would lose their legal rights. The chief decided to find the worker's family. After some effort, he was able to locate the man's wife, a young woman who had recently arrived in Rabat from a village in the South region. She had a small baby who had not yet reached his first birthday. She spoke only her regional dialect, so the chief had to bring in a translator to communicate with her. She said one sentence, in her broken speech, that left a deep impression on the chief: "I leave my fate and my son's fate in your hands." The chief felt the weight of what the young widow had just entrusted to him. She had no one in Rabat. After God, he was the only person she could rely on. Her name was Ika. The chief made a firm decision to support her. He carefully explained the situation to her. He told her that the contractor was trying to deny responsibility and that she needed to formally request an autopsy in order to protect her rights. The request had to come from her personally so that it could be officially recorded in the police report. The public prosecutor agreed, and when reviewing the file, attempted to question her. However, her lack of Arabic posed a challenge, so a translator was used again. Ika confirmed that she wanted an autopsy to determine the true cause of her husband's death. The request was approved. The forensic doctor performed the examination and concluded that the young worker from South had died due to a skull fracture caused by falling from the fourth floor. This official report blocked the contractor's attempt to distort the facts and avoid liability. Often, the human side of police work is forgotten. Throughout the lengthy legal process, the chief remained by Ika's side. She even refused to answer any judge's questions unless he was present. He was the only one she trusted. One of the chief's superiors once asked if Ika was a relative. When the chief explained the background, his superior respected what he was doing. As time passed, Ika would visit the chief at his office whenever she needed help. The court sessions were not easy, and the financial burden on her and her child increased. But in the end, the court ruled in her favor, ordering the insurance company to pay her and her son a quarterly pension for life. The kindness that Ika received from the chief helped ease her suffering. With time, she became close to his family. His children called her Mama Ika from South. She passed away in the year 1999. Life often brings hardships we never expect. But God always provides, and sometimes He places good people in our path to help us carry on and face what lies ahead.